Hey YouTube land, it's Tyconders here doing another action figure review, and this is for one of the Funko figures from 2019, and this is for the Funko Aughra figure, and this is the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. So this is based off the character from Age of Resistance, not the one that appears in the original Dark Crystal movie, but it's the same character. And it's quite a nicely detailed figure. Not sure if you can see it there. She's quite articulated. She comes with one accessory, which is her walking stick. But before I go into that, I'll just quickly go on to the packaging. So you have a Skeksis here in the corner. I think that's the Chamberlain, I think. And then you have an image of the crystal behind them with all the chains on it. Actually, it could be the scientist one, which I think it was just called the Scientist. And then you have the Dark Crystal logo. And if I flip around the back of the box, it shows the other figures that are in the wave. So you have Deet, Rian, Aughra, Hop, the Hunter, and Silk Spitter. Now I managed only to get two of these figures, which is the Hunter and Aughra. I want to try and get the Rian figure and Deet. They look really cool. And the Silk Spitter as well looks pretty sweet. There was a previous line of figures by Funko in the same scale, the 3 3/4 inch scale. I never got any of those. I really wanted to get the big kind of crab creature thing that was from the original movie. But unfortunately I didn't manage to get one, and now I think they're kind of gone crazy with the prices on them because they're older and probably less rare to get. But I'll just flip the box back around. It's quite a big, bulky box. She's quite a big, bulky character, but even still, the Hunter's box is just as big. I'm assuming the boxes for Hop and Deet and Rian are smaller because they're a way smaller figure because they are in scale to these. But figure-wise, herself, if I just angle my camera down a touch, so you can see her a bit better. Just push her back a bit. So, getting in the old tape measure, she is just under 4 inches, so she is in the 3 3/4 inch scale. As I said before, her only accessories is her staff, or her walking aid, her stick, which you can hold in either hand. So you can get her to hold in her left or her right. I can't remember which one she initially holds it in the series. It's been I have to go back and, well, I haven't finished watching the series anyway, but I must go back and see which hand she uses it in more. But she's quite articulated. You could say that her cloak piece is also another separate piece, because you can remove it. It is separate to the figure and just drapes over her shoulders. In fact, I'll leave it off just to show the articulation a bit better. So her head is on a ball joint, but it is quite hindered by the head sculpt. She has that one eye, which I think it's a glass eye that she's able to see out of when she removes it. She has a hinge on the shoulder and go out that much. So there's rotation on the shoulder as well. It is hindered by the sculpt, but you can get it all the way around if you angle the hand out a bit. She has single jointed elbows. She doesn't appear to have swivels in the wrist. Some of the other figures have that. Well, the Hunter figure has it, she doesn't. She has a rotation up at the torso. The rest of her is one big chunk, and what I find hilarious is they actually sculpted little feet onto the bottom of her. She has no peg holds, but she has sculpted feet for whatever reason. She's kind of like the original vintage Star Wars Emperor. The fact that he had, like, the sculpted cloak, although even though his one had the split and you could actually put him in seated position. But all in all, she's quite nice. You have the detailing on the back of her cloak, which is quite cool. And then just for scale comparison, because I have them handy, is here she is next to the Dollar General scale modern era shipwreck, and here she is with the long shot Fortnite figure. So she stands a little bit smaller than those figures. Give me a second, so get him to stand up a little bit better. And then just for another scale comparison, because I have them handy and I will be reviewing them shortly. Here she is with the Hunter. Hunter is quite a big bulky figure as well, and you can see he's a little bit taller than her, as he should be, but overall he's a really cool figure. So do recommend picking these up. I got these ones from Big Bad Toy Store. I haven't seen them on shelves over here. I don't think they will be over here in Ireland. Excuse me, a bit of a yawn. I don't think they're going to be here over here in Ireland unless the only place that might get them would be Forbidden Planet in Dublin, and that's about a good couple of 100 miles away from where I live, so I won't be visiting there anytime soon. Overall, they are good figures. I do recommend picking them up if you can get them. If you can get some of the original ones as well, they are a bit more pricey now, but they do. I've seen people review the original ones and these ones, and they do kind of stack well together. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed my review, and if you see my videos, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Cheers, guys.